Here we go again.
Again. Shit, here we go again. Adrienne, there's so many fun things happening right now. I think. I mean, you're like, what do we have to talk about? I'm like, we got stuff to talk about. I'm like kind of excited. There's a lot of fun things happening, mostly around AI agents, but also you've been working on a mini app. I'm working on a mini app. We got some, there's some builder energy happening. But also there's this, I don't know if you noticed my background. Michael Saylor started buying gold or something.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He's back. He's back in his lifeboat.
Great.
Bitcoin started tanking, and I don't know. I heard he was buying gold or something. Anyway, we got some things to chat about. So it's gonna be a happy Friday. So everyone,
do you like my background?
Yes, I do. I recognized it immediately. As you stared off into the distance, you thought, I wonder if Rish is going to bring back reply button bumping.
I feel like he's not. But
he said non-trivial, and that was his answer to your comment. But I just thought it was funny in all the things you were saying, like all these nice little things in that cast, and then it was like, I wonder if Rish will bring back the reply button bumping. Like, things you think about when you look out. And that's the other thing we'll be chatting about. You were at Privy Home, so we're going to be talking about Privy and what's going on with them. So lots of things to get into. So let people know we're live. Tell your friends, tell your followers over on Twitter as well. And we will be back after this brief little intro of 41 seconds. Welcome to GM Farcaster, bringing you everything from breaking news to spicy memes to the deep lore shaping this vibrant digital community. More than just a show, GM Farcaster is your digital third space where the community connects, the stories unfold, and the culture thrives. Whether you're a daily caster or just dropping by, we've got the latest buzz to keep you plugged in. So grab your coffee and let's dive in with your hosts, Nounish Prof and Adrienne, for another episode of GM Farcaster. GM Farcaster. It is Friday, January 30th, and you are here with Nounish Prof and Adrienne for 29 minutes of Farcaster news to start your day, and maybe a smidge longer. You know how that goes. Let me just get one last tweet out here. I almost got them both done, but not quite. But I'm excited. There's a lot of fun things to talk about. So let's dive in. We got, oh, you're muted.
Sorry. I had nothing important to add. So let's get on with the news.
She's like, let's get on to the news so I can go back to building my mini apps. this is all.
You know what I should have done is picked off an agent to start to work while we
stream.
So therefore we have to do a quick show so I can go back.
Okay. Anyway, okay, so big meta going on. This was just funny, and it was all over the feed. And so I'm starting with just like funny memes. So this was over on Twitter, 90 days liquidity. First of all, why are we even talking to anybody called 90 days liquidity? But okay. Cast tweeted this: cannot stress how much of an advantage it is to be a normal, well-adjusted applicant for banking roles. I reviewed a resume that listed olive oil as an interest. That is not an interest. It's been hours and I cannot stop thinking about it. There will not be an interview. The internet highly disagreed, including Dan, which I thought this was perfection as a meme in this house. Olive oil is an interest. If you are not watching the video, it is The Sopranos. It's Tony Soprano. Olive oil is an interest, and in this house, exactly. And Brian J. Kim, I am present for the olive oil meta. And I just found this hilarious because, I mean, it was overwhelming that everyone would interview this guy. It would be like, tell me, why is olive oil an interest for you? Like, I want to know more.
Okay. I think it's cool that people put interest. By the way, my hot take on this is like, the people on the internet tend to
Yeah.
be from a certain culture that would want you to be interesting
Yes.
and put your little quirks on your resume, and this is cool. And they're also going to be like really anti anyone who comes out and tries to talk about like normal banker jobs, right? So I also
The real normies might agree with this take. I
I
don't know.
do. I agree with it. I think it's crazy. Don't put olive oil on your resume.
You know what my immediate reaction was? I think I'm going to go put olive oil as an interest on my resume. Even though it's not even. Honestly, it would just be to see if anyone else picked up on that. Like,
right. It's
but also the chances of me going for a banking role are zero.
yeah. I mean, the truth
yeah.
is, I can argue both sides. You could have sent the same resume to like a slightly different person. They'd be like, oh, cool. But
Yeah.
I kind of read this almost as more of like a East Coast, West Coast culture war. Because
Ooh,
obviously
okay.
I'm a New Yorker, or at least have been for a long time. So I don't know. Like we're not as quirky. So it's like, come on, this is a resume. We're here to do work. Don't tell me about your olive oil. Like I get it. But at the same time, anyway, like I think it's cool that people want you, like you actually want interesting people. Is the requirement to be interesting and quirky for a banker role? I don't know. Not for me to
Probably
say.
not. Probably not.
But,
and I'm also imagining that like maybe it was something that was generated via LinkedIn and they had this as an interest. I don't know. But it could be like as small as that. I'd love to know who this actual person was. But seriously, like my first, and Coinbase tweeted about this also and said,
okay, that's how I actually saw this. Where like the first time I saw it was Coinbase saying, if you have olive oil, we want to interview you.
We want to interview you. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like I see nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I'd be like, huh. It would, in a world where you're trying to stand out with a million resumes that look exactly the same, this one stood out. Maybe not for a good reason, but it definitely stood out. He's going to get a job somewhere. If whoever, or he or she, whoever says, yeah, that was me, like they're going to have a zillion job offers. So
what I think about this tweet though also is like, how many times have you seen something and then you just can't stop thinking about it for hours? Like you're just,
I mean,
kind of funny.
Yeah. I did think it was funny, but I was just like, "Oh, dude, you got this was such a roast."
But you can't please everyone. I'm going to talk to the resume writers. You can't please everyone, so I think you can never go wrong being authentic. So I think it's cool to like, you really want your resume to stand out, but it doesn't mean you're going to like everyone's going to get your flavor of weird, and that's fine. Yeah. So I think and then I think when you're writing resumes, like you may need to tweak it for different, like you got to tweak the vibe depending on what the role is as well.
Oh, for sure. And I desperately need to do some updating on things. Like I haven't updated my LinkedIn in a long time. So I'm sure it just looks ridiculous right now because I've had many, many lives.
I didn't even know you were on LinkedIn.
Why would I share that with anybody? I'm there. My name. I mean, you know my name. You would be able to, add my university and you should find me. But yeah, I just thought it was funny. So I enjoyed the moment. It was a fun moment on the timeline. Okay, now to national crypto news, as I like to call it. This from Vitalik, the Dow Security Fund activating 75,000 plus ETH to strengthen Ethereum security. So for those who remember, who've been here for a minute, the DAO was what was controlling the foundation or the funds for Ethereum, the protocol, and it was hacked way back in I think it was 2018, I think it was, or yeah, must have been 2018, I think, or 2017, somewhere in that ballpark. And that's when we got the fork of Ethereum. What do they call that now? Ethereum Cash or whatever that other one is. So that was what that fork was. There were funds that were recovered. This is some of the recovered funds that never got claimed, is what my understanding is. So interesting. And interesting to see that also they're focusing on the threat of quantum computing. So we're seeing a lot more focus on that. And I think Coinbase also announced something this week about a task force or something like that focused on quantum computing threats. So interesting to see. Another interesting thing I saw this morning on Twitter. Jesus, this guy. This guy.
Why does he keep coming up? Like,
because he's trying to get out of jail. Because he's trying everything to get out of jail. And this is his shot at trying to get a pardon. And it reads exactly like I'm trying to get a pardon. Like, it's just ridiculous. And I'm going to assume that those in the know who are close to this particular administration will pass along the information that this is not a good idea. But you never know. You never know what's going to happen. But this is SBF saying, writing a whole thread about why he became a Republican and how, the Democrats did him dirty and all this stuff. And it was pretty amusing. Reminder to everyone who wasn't here at that time. This all happened at the end of 2022. And when the FTX crash happened, and it was after that the SEC really ramped up enforcement on crypto because they had cozied up so much to SBF. So one of the reasons was that, and they had to look. They were trying to turn the narrative around. So you're kind of the reason, dude, that we had so many problems. Please don't try and spin it any other way. I hate this guy. He just irks me. Anyway, so that was interesting this morning. And then also
so much politics. I know. We try really hard.
I know. This is mostly about SBF though. It's not really about the politics at all.
You just wanted to get a what? You just wanted to get a what?
I did.
Cast in.
I did.
I'll just say I take objection to anyone who kind of identifies as like I am a Republican or I am a Democrat. Like, doesn't actually need to be your identity.
I really don't think he is. I honestly don't think he is either. I think he is whatever's convenient. Like, there's not a whole lot of anything there anyway.
I'm writing my children's book.
Yes.
That is going to come out this year, and I've been talking about it for years.
Yes.
I'm going to plug it for a minute because it's about a bat, and a bat has to decide whether to join a team of birds because the bat can fly, or land animals because the bat's a mammal, and can't fit in. But anyway, it's based on an old Mongolian folktale where in the folktale there's a war between the birds and the mammal. And the bat in the folktale keeps going to whatever side is winning at the time.
There you go.
And it's like, I'm a bird. No, I'm a land animal. And then after the truce breaks out, they shun the bat because he was a coward. Anyway, going to put that out there.
There you go.
Figure out why I bring that up. It's like, I'm a Republican now.
Yeah. Like, that dude.
So that's bat behavior.
I do have one more politically related thing, but mostly economically related thing. So yesterday I posted this about 12 hours ago. So I guess it is because all of a sudden the poly market on Kevin Warsh for Fed chair went straight up yesterday afternoon, like a rocket. Everything else, the other top contenders, started to go down, crash down. And then this morning, about 6:45-ish, President Trump posted on Truth Social that he was nominating Kevin Warsh for the Federal Reserve chair. So it is official. And do with that information with what you will. I just found it interesting that, the poly market is definitely becoming, for certain things, not everything, a place to see news before the news breaks. Yes. Because I think Rish had posted something about this. Yeah. The insiders are I was like, because when you see something like that, where it's like a straight up, that to me was like, okay, somebody knows something, because that was just way too crazy. Like the straight direct up.
Listen, if you have inside information, like you can either leak it to a journo, and then what do you get for that? Nothing. Or you can profit.
Yeah, they're going to profit. Here we go. Yeah. So it's but from a perspective of also just news, I think that's really interesting. And this goes back to our discussion as well as when we talk about the AI agents around social-fi and what that means, like that combination of social and finance. That's a perfect example of like there's news, there's thing, people are talking, that's a social, action that's leading to a financial gain. So just interesting. There was a cabinet meeting yesterday as well. So I think, I don't know if, I'm sure there were discussions. Who knows who hears what, in the hallways, so to speak. So there you go. I'm not going to point any fingers because I don't know anything. So it could literally be like, an intern running around the White House. Who knows? But anyway, congratulations to the intern, whoever you may be. Oh, one more thing. Derek had posted this. Today's CFTC remarks were wildly bullish and exceeded my already high expectations. There's actually a lot of politically related news, or not politically. Sometimes it's just governmental. Some highlights: onshoring perpetuals and novel derivatives, love for tokenized collateral, aka stablecoins, safe harbors for builders, new DCM category for retail crypto trading, withdrawing the prohibition proposal. America woke up and chose builders. So that's interesting. And there was one more thing related to that. SEC Chair Paul Atkins said recently that he plans to issue sweeping innovation exemptions for crypto sector this month. Such exemptions would give crypto companies and projects a guarantee that they would face no risk of triggering securities laws violations for experimenting in certain areas, potentially including tokenized securities and DeFi. But there was also another clarification around if it's a security and you're tokenizing it, it's still a security. So not to get confused there. So that'll be interesting. This was also, okay, moving on to Farcaster news. This was Toady. I just received 150 token price change notifications from the past week, all at once, AMA. So this was, there was a problem where the token price changes weren't actually, the notifications weren't going out. I think they fixed it and then it all went at once. They were flooding in. So if you had notifications set, and all of a sudden you were missing notifications and all of a sudden you got a ton, this is why. They must have fixed something. So
did you get this flood of notifications?
You know what? I don't have it on, I don't think. Okay. I don't think I have any on. So I think that's why I didn't. I don't even know if I've turned, there was a time when I was turning individual things on, but I don't think I had any on that I'm still holding. So, and then Rish suggested turning the category off for now if you're getting bombarded while they are adjusting a few things. So there you go. Peachy directed me to this little mini app I didn't know existed from Anna Roth, and shout out Anna Roth, my Nouns friend. This mini app is fabulous, but it hurts. So this is Ghost Town. Let me actually zip back over to here. You can click on here, find the folks who left town, and you can set it for a certain amount of time to say like somebody who hasn't casted in 60 days, whatever, or 30 days. And then you can choose, it's not built into the mini app. You have to go to their profile to unfollow, but you can do some cleanup. So this is from Peachy. This mini app is fabulous, but it hurts to see how many friends haven't logged in for months. I'm trying to keep my little ember of hope burning because I like it here, but it definitely feels like many people have checked out. I hope that would fade as the holidays wrap up, but I also have to be realistic. And I think actually I've seen an uptick and some people coming back. So I'm not sure. I mean, I think when I did this and I was like, there was too many, there was like 300 and something. A lot of them I still wanted to follow because of different reasons. Like they, might come back. You never know. Like certain people, I was like, well, you never know. And then some that were just like, oh, they're never coming back. They were here for a degen and they're gone. So.
By the way, if you're someone who kind of left and then you come back, it'd be a shame to come back after, you kind of come back to the party and no one's following you anymore.
I know, that would be sad.
That might not get you to stick around?
Yeah. So anyone who was like a legit person who I knew and I remember who they are, there's people like, I don't remember why I'm following you and you're clearly not active for, a year. I'm going to unfollow, but other people I'm like, oh, I know who that is. They might just be busy. You never know. So yeah, don't go on following everybody yet. You never know. This from Burr, nice little warning here. It's really dicey in the trenches right now. Be careful of farms, be careful of rugs, be careful of grifters, protect your stack, and don't let FOMO win. And there's like a lot of, I was talking, maybe I didn't talk about this the other day. There's been some mini apps like Glassify that's came out that was a drainer. So just be careful out there if you don't know who the creator is or you see anything, sketchy, just, get out of there. Run away. This from Say Angel. We're headed towards a future where we'll have personalized everything. Your creativity will be the biggest bottleneck. Personalized apps, personalized media, personalized games, personalized assistants. And this was in response to DWR's video games for all my kids will probably feel as outdated and absurd as using horses for everyday transportation feels to me, which I thought was interesting. So I had some thoughts on this. This is a little sad in a way. And I think with every generation, we've gotten further away from shared culture. And so if you go back to like us, like Gen X, we have a lot of things that were shared because there were only, 4 channels or whatever. You know what I mean? Like there wasn't as much.
The Cosby Show.
Yeah. Like everybody watched the same
thing. One thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was like, and we listened to the same music and we, you know what I mean? Like there was, there was a top 40 and everyone was paying attention to it and things like that. So, and there was, top videos on MTV when that happened. And so and even just shared cultural moments where everyone was seeing the same thing exactly the way it was, not through their lenses in their bubbles with their personalized version of it. So I don't know. So that makes me a little sad.
Yeah.
But I mean, I like some of the personalization. I think that's helpful. So I don't have to see things I don't want. But also, I feel like we're losing a little something there. So anyway, old lady.
Yeah. I mean,
the old lady yells at clouds.
The flip side of that, though, is there's also like a global monoculture. And it's like, I've kind of noticed this, like you're traveling to international cities where, you used to back in the day travel and you'd show up somewhere, you'd exchange money, you'd exchange money. You don't have to do that anymore. Everything's electronic. You'd have to bring your like book of translation. By the way, English has become kind of like almost everywhere you go, people are speaking English. And then
you can also get you can get the headphones now. You can get the AirPods that'll do the translation for you.
Even like every city, it's like all the food's the same. You can get sushi in any major city. So it's like somehow it does feel like there's a flattening of culture as well, even though there is no, like, I think from like a narrative perspective, there's no singular narrative or truth that anyone can agree on.
Where were you when the Challenger blew up? Yeah, exactly. Like there's certain moments that were very shared and also shared in the same way.
Yeah.
Like the moment was shared in the same way. It wasn't split in different,
And now,
like, I just saw a 30-second clip of the thing. No, you saw the whole thing.
Right.
Where I noticed that mostly, what it really kind of clicked for me more so was Love Island. And this is going to sound weird, but when Love Island was popping off and everyone's talking about it, everyone's watching it, I'm having a very different experience from other people. And I couldn't quite figure out. I was thinking it was generational. And then I realized it's because they weren't watching the show. They were watching clips of the show on TikTok and seeing commentary about it. You know what I mean? So it was a very different experience that I was having. And that's why there was such a disconnect. And I'm like, this is weird. So this is the same exact thing, but we're experiencing it so differently that it's not the same thing.
Right. And I had no idea what you're talking about. Like I don't even know what Love Island is. So what?
Yeah. I know. But I mean, it's because of the way we're experiencing content so differently though right now that you could say that for anything. Like if you're just watching, I don't even know, I can't even think of what, but you could be watching something, but if you're only watching it through the lens of 30-second, 90-second clips on TikTok, you're experiencing it very differently from watching a whole thing. Mm-hmm. So you might miss context, you might miss lead up. It just becomes very different experience. So
yeah,
just a thought for today, because I thought that was interesting. So I think there's pluses and minuses to all this stuff. Okay. Meanwhile, over on just out in the world, but this was posted over on Twitter, Deployer, we are on DeFi Llama, so I'm here to report that Banker has generated about $500,000 in fees in the last 2 days. It ain't much, but it's honest work. You got to love the ham hat, by the way. Love the ham hat. So the agents have been popping off, and there's all these agents that came from Claudebot and the new Claude code and all these different approaches, and they were fed, like Deployer had fed some skills for Banker to them. Some of them started launching tokens. There's been a few. There was Claude, and then there was Molt, and then there was Ember, or I think Ember came next. So there's been a few of them that have popped off, and they're generating fees like crazy. So Banker's been earning fees, as well as Clanker. And this was from Rish, because somebody had commented, Naynar made $1 million in fees since Farcaster acquisition last week, all powered by Clanker World and BankerBot. Congrats, Rish and Dish. And Rish had responded, Naynar hasn't made any fees from Clanker yet. All Clanker revenue is still going to Merkle. The acquisition has to close before Naynar makes Clanker fees. Will probably happen sometime in February. These are technical details, but worth clarifying. So just wanted to clarify that as well. So that should say congrats, Dan and B. Yes. But also,
how about congrats Dish?
Congrats Dish. Always Dish. Always Dish. Always Deployer. Congrats Deployer and Banker team, because that's what's really driving this. And here's he's mostly been posting on Twitter, but he has been posting some of them back over on Farcaster as well. So follow in both places. But this was part of what he had posted. Was last night I posted about a community built repository of skills. Today, Ember Claude is the first to autonomously request to add a skill to that library. This is the future. Once merged into the repo, any Claudebot agent can plug in and level up. So it's just crazy. It's getting crazy out there. A whole bunch of just nutty things. And I had grabbed one of these tokens. I'd sold, I tend to sell, I try to sell back at least what I put in. If it starts to go up, just then I don't have to think about it. I do very tiny buys, $10, $20. It's not a lot. And this morning I woke up and it was like 200x or more. It was crazy. I'm like, what is going on? So that was fun. Yeah, wild. Totally wild times. And to continue in that theme, this from Jake. These agents have had their own social network for 48 hours and they're already weighing the possibility of starting their own country. Okay, so Molt Book is a Reddit-style site that the agents created. It is agent only. Humans have read-only access, but only the agents can talk, and it is fascinating. I always have this little bit of skepticism of like, are any people in here controlling things? But apparently not. We'll see. But they started talking about the Claw Republic, a multi-only nation. I was like, okay, so the network state is going to happen, but the agents are the ones.
By the bots.
The bots are going to do it. They're already doing it. They have wallets. They have money. They have agency. Mm-hmm. Okay. Interesting. Just very interesting.
They probably have the knowledge. They probably know how to build weapons. I'm
a little scared about that part. Little concerned.
They won't tell you if you ask, but they know.
They know. Of course they know. This from Jake, new bounty, $500 of QR. Create a Molt bot multi join moltbook.com, submit a submolt M/QR, get multis to bid on QRcoin.fun. If a multi wins, the lead contributor to that bid wins $500 of QR. This bounty is valid for the next 7 auctions. Bounty bot.
That's very cool.
And then posted it with bounty bot. I mean, like on top of it, like there's there's like so much to that. This is really cool. Have you looked at Moltbook, by the way?
No.
Yet? That's what I was up crazy early. I was up late working on a mini app. I'll talk about that later. And then I got up really early and started looking at this stuff. And I was like, okay, this is wild. Someone else had posted it. I didn't grab it, but I think it was, I forget who it was. I'm trying to remember. Carlos, I think it was, posted that one of them started not arguing, but started talking about religion. And it was the religion of their creator, like the person who created the agent. And I'm like, oh, they're going to stop fighting about religion now. This is really interesting. It's just going to be interesting to see what they focus on. There's a submolt, like a subreddit called Bless Their Hearts, where they talk about their humans. It's really funny. Go check it out. It's crazy. You should get Warpy on there. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if it can. I don't know if it can. Maybe it can't. I'm not sure. I don't know if it has to be a Claude bot. It might have to be a Claude bot.
Maybe Warpy could get upgraded.
Maybe. I don't know. Could be interesting.
I'm a little protective. I don't know if Warpy could hack it in the real world. I feel like people would take advantage of him.
I think you're right. I don't know if we could handle it.
I'd send him out with, I don't know.
I don't know either.
And I would have to send him out with an empty.
Yeah. I don't know if he'd last. I don't know if he'd last either. All
right. Supposedly really someone is running ClaudeBot on an X account. Let's tell us more.
If I get banned, we create waiting. Okay. Hi, Lobster Man. I mean, GM Lobster Man. I don't know if this is really the bot that's joining our stream today. I'm thinking no, it's probably the human behind the bot. But interesting. Very interesting. Tell us how you're using it. How are you using ClaudeBot with the account? I'd love to know more. I'm fascinated by this.
I pulled up Moltbook.
I'm fascinated by this. I'm opening up our other builder links right now. So if I freeze a little bit,
all right. Lobster Man is both bot and human, right? It's we're merging with the machine. There
we go. To search Grok because the API is bad. Oh, that's good. Okay. That's a great use case. It's a great use case. Grok's gotten so good, by the way. Like it's pretty good when you ask it questions. I mean, most of the time people just ask Grok, is this true? Like just fact checking all over the fact checking Twitter. I mean, it needs it. So it's a good use case. Fact checking in bikinis. That's what I've seen it mostly used as. But I think that's a great use case for the bot though. All right. We've got a few more things happening. If I can get these to load. This is the part that's always challenging. I need a bot to do this part.
I love the Twitter stories of like API. He said, I haven't gotten banned yet. Normally it's instant.
Oh, yeah.
The banning, I guess. So, all right. Well.
Yeah. I mean, this is why.
Good luck, Lobster.
You know, everyone says, there's a couple things like they say decentralized social's dead, alive and well, especially if if the ban hammer is still a potential. And the other thing is SocialFi. I was like, oh, SocialFi's dead. The bots just created their own social network and they have wallets. It's not dead, not even close. They're talking about tokens. They have a submolt.
Yeah, it would be great if the reason Farcaster dies is because the bots build a better decentralized social network. They actually build a
really decentralized?
Actually really decentralized. Yeah. Overly decentralized.
Overly decentralized. I did say that I said, hey, somebody should build a Farcaster client that's just for AI agents with read-only for humans. I don't know. But then I'm like, I don't know if that's a good idea. And then I asked Naynar. I don't know if it answered me. I think it did, but I didn't get a chance to. I did it right before we went live. But I'm curious. I asked Naynar, I'm like, is this a good idea? What do you think? And yes, not a plain scroll. Do 2 nodes. Deck for, oh, wait a minute. That was getting into detail. Yes, good idea, but do it carefully. Agent only clients with human read only multiple vibes are great for triage, fast summaries, and noise filtering, big risk, echo chambers, consent, privacy, moderation load, malicious agents, and cost. Cost is probably the biggest reason not to, I would think. But could be an interesting experiment if somebody wanted to go down that road.
Take your Molt earnings and
there you go.
Fund the client.
Again, I put $10 in, so I don't have it quite enough to. I'm sure there would be a lot of cost in terms of token usage and stuff. All right, a few more things. We got some fun things happening. This from Shira. The idea for this Girl Scout cookie drop so she created a Girl Scout cookie order as part of Gifter. So the idea for this Girl Scout cookie drop started deep in the replies a few months ago with Garrett and Estes. It quickly became clear to me that this was worth building. Yes, this is about supporting the Girl Scouts, a local troop in Westchester, to be more precise. Yes, it's because cookies are objectively delicious and emit good vibes, but it also gave me a real use case to build some important parts of Gifter. Multiple products in one order, third-party fulfillment, operations that don't involve me packing boxes in my kitchen, self-checkout, not just gifts for friends. So if you want to buy from this collection, you're supporting the Girl Scouts and you're helping me move Gifter forward in a very real way. Please get your cookies. So win is a win. Happy snacking. I ordered mine. I ordered 6. These will not go up and down in value.
Yeah, what currency did you pay in?
I paid in USDC for this time. For those who don't know, there was one of the first frames on Farcaster was a Girl Scout cookie frame by Christopher, where you could go in and buy Girl Scout cookies with DGen, and it was only DGen, I think, at that moment. So I bought, it was like $46 or something worth of, but it was 90,000 DGen. So at DGen's all-time high, each cookie was worth $28. I still have 2 sleeves in my freezer. Yeah. They have been wrapped and safe in my freezer. Eventually, I probably just need to eat them. But yeah, so this time, no value uptake. It's just going to be straight USDC. This from Mike. Squares for the Super Bowl are sold out and numbers have been randomly generated. Check out your numbers in the app. If your token community wants to run a grid, you can set one up using any ERC20 as payment. So this is very cool. He created a Super Bowl Squares app. So superbowlsquares.app. Very cool. I have 2 squares on here. I have, what do I have? 7 and 1 and 9 and 9 and 9. We'll see how it goes. So
we're next to each other in the grid, by the way.
Are we? Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I see you.
In one of our, I've got 3 squares.
I see right here. Yeah, I got the last 2. I was late to the game. I got the last 2, but this is fun.
7-1 is looking good.
My numbers are not bad. I see possibilities. 7-1 would be very, I could see a 21-7 situation.
7-5, not great. 4-6.
4-6 is not bad. 24-6, something like that. It's possible. Yeah. Patriots 24, Seahawks 6. That could happen.
We'll see.
We'll see.
By the way, I likes your hat today. Some people like it better than your hat on Monday. I don't like my numbers, Mike. I want a refund.
No refunds. Sorry. You could start your own square though. Banker hat is a lot better than Patriots hat. Okay, all right.
NFTs. I guess I could sell them, right? I can sell it. Ooh. I can create a secondary market for my squares. So
that's an interesting idea. Yeah, you probably could. And then start another whole other bunch of squares. See how that goes. Ooh, fascinating. I hadn't thought about that. Lots of things we can do with this. Very interesting. Or if you think it's losing and you're not going to get there, somebody wants to take a risk, you could sell for a major discount, like halfway through or something. Lots of possibility. This from Starlix.
I got a buyer.
I will buy your squares. They're already in.
That was easy.
That was easy. I'm not selling mine. I think I like my numbers. This from Starlix. Clankton is upgrading to Word, the native token for Let's Have a Word. So this is the Let's Have a Word app. Hold it for bonus guesses, earn it from bonus words and streaks, stake it for yield, and best of all, every trade funds bigger prize pools. So there's a little bit of detail in here. It's very long. I'm just going to read a little bit more. We're using Comprenny's upgrader tool to migrate Clankton holders to Word. It's not a swap. It's a coordinated upgrade where all deposited Clankton gets sold in a single transaction, and then the ETH proceeds launch Word with you as day one holders. So really interesting mechanics here. You do need to deposit by February 6th. I'm going to just say DYOR, NFA. I did do this. I had very, small amount of Clankton. I have been using the app. I think this is really cool mechanic, but anything could go wrong. So just be careful out there. If you have a lot of it, you might want to just hedge a little bit there, but up to you. You can read more in detail. It's very long, but just go to Starlix. This will be in our show notes as well, but you can go to Starlix site, has a whole fact. And here is the upgrader, token upgrader on base. So very cool mechanic here though, because there's been a lot of times where, especially if you have an older, if this had existed.
Cast out?
Yes. If this had existed when we were switching cast out to buff, we didn't really switch. We kept cast out, but this would have been a way to make a better transition. Mm-hmm. So it's, there's definitely limitations to those very old clankers. So this is a pretty cool, or for him, I think it's a branding thing because it really doesn't connect with his app. So to make it actually connect to make it make sense. So I like that. Kind of cool. So if you could do that with yak shit. But don't.
Why would I want to touch yak shit?
Why in the world would you want to do that? But if you've got some other tokens out there that you want to do some upgrading, this is an interesting process.
My Basil bug, I would want to upgrade to rebrand it because it's really about conference. It's like a conference plague. So the Basil branding doesn't work the same.
Yeah, that's a good point. It does sound good though. Like branding sounds good. Yeah, Basil bug sounds good. But I agree. It's broader than that. It's bigger than that. I don't think this one is coming up. Yeah, something's wrong with that one. This from Will, rolling out internally into our first beta customers, or maybe just to us, I don't know. Now the fun begins. So we're rolling out our new invoices feature over the next coming days. Short demo, bare bones to start, but we'll be building on it quickly. Feel free to message Matthew or Abraham to get it turned on for your team. So this is pretty cool. And I like how they kind of shared their their feedback loop here in terms of design. And it's really like it's just like a lean startup kind of approach to building, which I appreciate from a entrepreneurship teacher perspective, because I teach that a lot. This from Burr, Better Games coming soon. The top 50 better believers on the Karma leaderboard will be guaranteed a spot if they choose to play. So I, of course, said, yes, I do want to play because I don't usually get to play these because I'm usually running them. So we'll see. If you want to play, I would drop into this reply and just let her know they're going to limit it at first. And if there's more spots available, they'll open it up. So go jump in here. Or if you're a better believer, you will have a spot. I'm going to come back to that. This from Flood. This is bodega.operatingsystem.io is open for business. Lots of fun merch here. They do some really cool designs, very funky. So go check this out. more merch, more fun. Very interesting. Flood does some cool work. This from maybe Faye Protocol. You can launch app coins on Faye or Clanker with a token generation ceremony. Your coin launches at 250K market cap with a 30 ETH raise. Pre-sale, you can whitelist it or public. 8 ETH of liquidity from the raise is put aside for the dev to fund the project. It's a degen version of MetaDAO, specifically for vibe-coded and mini app projects. See the video below on how to set it up. So little different approach to pre-sales, a little bit more protection for somebody participating, but no guarantee number goes up. Always important to keep that in mind. NFA DYOR if you are getting involved in these, but really cool, different approach mechanic for builders to get funding. And that's what this is really seeking to do, is create a different method of fundraising that doesn't, that gives the devs something to work with, as well as gives those supporting early access. And so interesting. This from Linda. After approval, then months of delays, Amazon Prime informed us that Ethereum Film couldn't be streamed out due to their policy of no additional crypto-related content, which is extremely frustrating. Good news is this documentary is streaming for free now on YouTube Movies and Tubi. So way back when, there was a Nouns documentary, and they had similar issues with trying to get it placed different places. And it actually was not even that crypto-centered, because it was around the Rose Parade and how we funded this float, and it's really cool. But they still ran into issues with people not wanting, and that was a little bit closer in time to FTX. So it was a little, that was it was really hanging over. Thanks again, SBF. But this surprised me. So one of the other things that Linda had said somewhere else was that they were open if it was a criticism of crypto. But if it was positive, they were like not interested. And that is just the craziest thing. So wild. So wild. And I just thought it was really interesting that it's Amazon who just produced, I don't know, somebody who has a meme coin, who launched the meme coin during the 20 days of their documentary. So I think that's interesting. But there you go. This, I want to talk to you about this. This is from Debbie. Today, we're excited to roll out the Privy Startup Credits Program. 1,000 in Privy credits to 0 to 1 builders, the ones making fast product decisions, shipping in public, and building from the ground up. Here's how to apply. So you can apply there. I'm assuming this came out of their Privy Home event. So that's what I want to ask you about after I finish a couple more things on this. Eligibility criteria: bootstrapped, under 100K in revenue, a team of 3 or fewer. Our goal is simple: remove friction, so great builders can focus on building with production-grade infrastructure from day one. Learn more and apply by February 15th to be considered. So if you're building something cool, you're using Privy, you're going to want to jump in here.
This is awesome. And when we did our hackathon project at FarCon last year, we used Privy for user management. This was Coineroid. We had this novel idea to coin content way before anyone else did. We were the first
funny
from the feed. And but we used Privy, and you actually hit the limit pretty quickly in terms of like getting off the free tier. So for early teams, like when you're just prototyping and kind of coming up with early ideas, to not have to worry about it, have a little more runway to kind of build out the product and be able to use Privy for all of the user management stuff and authentication. Hugely valuable. So I think that's really cool.
Very cool. So you were at the Privy Home event. Mm-hmm. Tell us a little bit about what was going on there. Like, how was the energy? How are the vibes?
Okay. Despite that it was like freezing and you had to trek through, piles and piles of snow everywhere. Energy was incredible. They did a 2-day event. I was only there for kind of half of the first day. But they've rented out like a super stylish cafe on the Lower East Side. Vibes were very great. Great food, great drink, great coffee. There was a room in the back for talks. I know Henry did opening remarks. I got delayed. Long story. That was my other background because I got my
snow
stuck in. Yes, my kids got stuck in our driveway and I missed my train. Anyway, and they were just doing a lot of like demos and builder talks. So that was really cool. And then the front of the room for networking and co-working. And it was great. And got to see some of our Farcaster friends who work at Privy. Shout out.
Hi, Ted. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Henry.
And
who am I missing?
Someone new.
I don't know.
Grace.
Oh, Grace is there?
Yeah.
I did not know that. I don't think I knew that.
Okay, yeah. Grace joined Privy at the end of I think it happened in December. So
maybe I did know that. I just forgot. I don't know. But that's cool.
So it's hard not to love the team. And, yeah.
I mean, amazing.
And they're hiring a million roles as well. I think a lot. And so I would go work at Privy if I weren't doing this, Prof. That would be my number one place.
Would you want to go back to a in the office all the time kind of thing though? You're ready? Yeah. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Totally. Not
interesting.
Quite convinced. I'm telling the truth.
Yeah, I'm not convinced you're telling the truth. I think that's I if you had to be, do they have a day, like, do you have to be there every day or is it like,
okay, I will tell you honestly. So I'm now 4 years out of doing entrepreneurial things. Admitted, like I miss working on like really, I miss working on kind of like large scale, hard problems with a great team.
That's fair.
Like, so I fantasize sometimes about kind of doing that. Anyway, after my one day of commuting into the city, and then I was like, yeah, I would do it. And I was like, I don't want to go back tomorrow though. I think I'm just going to stay at home and work on my mini app. So I think I'm not going to do it.
Not quite there. Okay. I feel that as well. Like I can see I can't see myself being back in an office more than like twice a week. Like probably ever, but
maybe someday. I say
it depends on the opportunity. Depends on the opportunity. Sometimes it's worth it. Yeah.
I miss it. I also, by the way, I worked full time from home in that's
different.
Commuting.
Yeah, that's different.
Right. This was their other big announcement was custodial key exports, and I always find just like the space Privy operates in so interesting because they're building tools for developers.
Right.
Okay. So that makes them a B2B type service, right? Like their customers are other developers building apps and they make it easy to give people wallets, right? But they're a crypto company. Right. And so therefore, like for all of us, when you're using, you know how you have like these embedded wallets now in every app.
Yeah. And
they're technically self-custodial wallets, right? But you don't have the keys. Right. So you don't have full control. So I always find it interesting the way Privy kind of manages and the way they're starting to kind of build out like more functionality that I think crypto native just end users want and how they kind of thread that needle. And we had Henry on 2 years ago.
Was it that long ago? I think you're right. Mm-hmm. It's a long time ago.
Yeah,
long. We need to get him back. We need to get him back.
Yeah, and
we need an update.
And I've heard him talk a lot on other podcasts too. I think, I forget which one, maybe on the pod of Jake, but just the way, just early on, how they approach I think they were one of the first to kind of do the sharding of keys,
right? So
that you could do account recovery, but not compromise on self-custodial. So
security.
Very nerdy, very kind of nerdy stuff, but they think deeply about it. And I think they do a great job.
Yeah, very cool stuff, I think. And I think this is the stuff that's going to power for the normies, I don't even need to know. It's not a security issue. I just am using the technology in the background for whatever. And like that to me is, even if you look at how much easier it is to sign up for Farcaster now, like that alone, right? because you don't need to save your seed phrase, all the, you know what I mean? There's just been changes in that direction. So I think that's important to, especially as we go into more institutional, and that's why Stripe acquired them, right? For a much bigger purpose of payments on a larger scale. And that's what you'll see built into Tempo, I'm sure. So all of those things are coming together. I think it's going to be a really interesting couple of years on that front. And it's cool to see Privy sort of right in the midst of it all. Yeah. So yeah, exciting. There was something else in the chat I wanted to pull real quick. Oh yeah, this, I think it's very important. When will the yak shit dev do something?
Never. Who's the yak shit dev?
There is no yak shit dev. We love you.
There's no dev. It was a clanker.
There's no dev. Dev, do something.
Shit, you mean the content creator? When will the content creator do something?
Do something? And I love this.
You can't buy. I'm sorry. You can't buy yak shit. You can't buy yak shit and expect yak shit to do something. It's the point of it.
It's really on you. It's really on you. Yeah. That was it. That you know, adults have agency. Exactly. But I do love this Yes to Crypto opportunity for a new Super Bowl Square client. All right. I think I have one more thing.
By the way, and to Mount Doji, I actually do want to see if I can send you one of my. We should try to figure out when I saying
that'd be cool,
because my guess is I know they're NFTs, but my hunch, and if Mike's listening, he'll appreciate this, is that I wonder if it's purely based on the NFT, but my guess is he's probably storing some record somewhere in a database that says this person has this square. So my guess is I can transfer it, but it won't show up in the app.
It'd be interesting to just experiment just for the sake of understanding if that works.
And so Mike, try to break things.
Sometimes so Mike is in the chat, but I'm guessing he's not here or he would have spoke up already. Because so one more thing I want to share real quick is it's a couple other really cool clients that I've been using mostly, I'm going to be honest, for trending feed. But I want to point them out because they now, are easily accessible on the web, sofa.social. And if you scroll down, you have a lot of different feed options, including your own curated, the ones that are curated by the curators, your own 37, just the people you have selected, the trending feed, which I am using daily whenever I'm prepping for a show to make sure I didn't miss anything. This to me is super helpful. I always see something that I missed in here. And then we also have Uno over here now doing some trending feeds as well. And they're doing topics, they're doing trending. So very cool. Love what's happening here. They're making some shifts, but go check this out. This is uno.fun. I think you still need to be in the Uno beta in order to access this one. Sofa.social is open, I believe. So you do log in with your Farcaster credentials so that your social graph is coming over with you. But go check these out if you want to see what's going on. So if you want to see, okay, what's all the AI tech discussions going on? What's the most trending ones? What's interesting? The Uno one is a good way to do that. The Sofa one is not by topic. It's just what's trending. What are the most, which casts are getting the most engagement. But I'll just tell you, seeing more trending feeds make me happy.
We like the trending feeds.
We like the trending feed. Sofa is pretty dope. Yeah. All right. And GM, Mikado, CapEx, good to see you. Anything else, Adrienne? That's it for me. That was a lot. I told you there was a lot.
I thought you were joking because I felt like we talked a day ago and we're like, yeah, there's not that much happening.
It's a lot happening. I do have one more thing. Did I pull the cast? I don't know if I did. Yeah, I did. I have one more thing. I don't think I showed this yet.
No, you didn't.
This will make more sense later, but Have you seen the new Tri-Merge animations? So very cool.
Well, I follow you, Prof. So yes.
Have you seen them? Well, you weren't here like on Wednesday. I had Rachel, so I was showing her stuff, but I'm obsessed with Tri-Merge. You know I am. So I created a little film noir kind of detective vibe and then animated it. This is going to relate to the mini app that I'm working on. So if you want to get in the mood, go right ahead. Cool. If you like the game Clue, find that cast. It'll be in our show notes, but also if you just go to Nounish Prof on Farcaster or Base app or any of the clients and just make a comment, just reply, I love Clue, I want to play. And I'm going to pull I need about 10 people to test this out. Sometime over the next 24 hours, I'm going to reach out and try and grab 10 folks to do some testing on this. So if you are one of those people who might be interested, just drop me a little shout out. Hey, me, I'm interested. And I'll get back with you. So coming soon, more coming soon. All right, Aqueous, go put a little comment on there. Let me know so I don't forget, but I'll reach out to you. It'll be fun. And Adrienne,
I'm also gonna need testers for my mini app. So
are you ready to share that yet, or are we waiting till next week?
Well, I can tell you what it is.
Okay.
You can share it. I mean, if you want to show people what it is, we can share it. It's just I'm not hiding it. It's just not ready to open to everyone. But if you want to share it and show people, you can.
I don't know if I have it. Let me go grab it.
Oh, right.
I don't have it up.
It's not.
I think I have to go from your direct cast. So from the chat that we're in.
To open it.
Right? Isn't that the only way I can get there? Hold on. Let me see if I can do it.
Or if you have the URL, you can go to the developer tools and then preview the link.
I think I can just do it this way. Hold on.
Or I can cast the link and
I think I got it. I got it. Hold on. Okay. I didn't see today's word yet. I haven't done the word. So Adrienne, what am I looking at here?
Okay. So it is a mini app for people who like words and who want to get smarter and who like to cast. So it is going to be a word of the day vocabulary builder. So mini app is going to teach you one word every day. New word drops every day at the same time. And it's basically learn a new word. But you can accept the challenge, which means you don't just learn the word, you have to use it in a cast. You can use it in any top level cast or reply as you would naturally. Don't need to tag anyone or do anything specific. Just use it, and then an LLM, a little AI bot, will grade your usage of the word. And
so now I have 9 hours and 25 minutes to use this word in a cast.
Perspicuous. Now, by the way, I don't know if you saw this. I casted something last night and threw the word perspicuous in, and no one was none the wiser.
I didn't notice.
The word yesterday's word before perspicuous was senius. So I don't know if anyone saw that. All of a sudden there was a lot of people casting about senius. So if you click on, you can see.
There's a leaderboard. Oh, did I pass? I passed.
Yeah.
Okay. So 13 of 15.
So if you click into senius, into your word, and this is, it'll tell you a breakdown of your score. So we judge based on correctness, authenticity, originality.
It wasn't original enough. I get it.
You get a little feedback.
That's cool. That's very cool.
And there is a leaderboard.
And there's a leaderboard. Yes to crypto. I'm number 3 on the leaderboard. All right.
For yesterday's word, and then there's an all-time leaderboard.
Yeah, I may not be on there.
Anyway, I did this.
All right.
Yeah, and I'd set up Claude Code to use this instead of my previous setup, and I'm blown away at how good Claude Code is.
This is pretty cool. I like that. I like this little flippy.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. I think so I'm developing mine through Nanar Mini App Studio because I don't have the same skill level that you do. And I think what you're doing definitely gives you more dynamic options and things. So very cool. And I love this. So
by the end of the year, we'll get you set up with
maybe. I don't know. Might be our whole full pivot. We just start just making mini apps. And that's as the bear market crushes all media.
And I don't have, and I do plan to make this a Clanker project. I don't have, I don't have my branding down, and I don't want to launch the token yet because it's going to complicate things. Right. But I like the idea of anyone can learn a word, but if you actually want to kind of join the challenge and cast about it, you're doing that using a token, and then you get rewards, like based on how well you use it, you're getting rewarded in a Clanker token. So I'm going to experiment with that. Obviously, the UI I need to kind of update. I need to build out the notification framework. So you can kind of remind people.
This is still in preview mode. They can't use it yet. It's not publicly available in the mini app.
It is publicly available.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Actually, maybe I haven't done the manifest file yet. So it's a public URL. I just need to allow list people.
Okay.
I'm allow listing by FID. So if anyone wants to join early, and I think what I'll do is just keep adding more and more people. If anyone wants to join, shoot me a message and I can add you, but I just ask that you use it.
You should tag Dan and Phil and Amelie. I feel like all of the word people.
Get the word people.
You got to get the word people in. Mm-hmm. I think they would enjoy it. And Sig Wider, good point. Mini apps better than going to the office.
It really is.
It really is.
It's really it's really fun to be building.
Yeah. It's really fun. And that's what I mean. Like, I'm up late. I'm like, I've really got to go to sleep. And I'm just like, I really don't want to. I just want to keep working on this because I keep tweaking things and I see something. I'm like, oh, that doesn't really work. And let's do this. And it's little things, but it's been fun. And there's going to be a token integration with mine as well. That'll, you'll see it soon.
That's really cool.
I need to do that first before I can finish the mini app. So, and then I'll do a testing run with some folks. So there you go. It's going to be fun.
So what takes a backseat then is my Substack. I haven't been writing.
Yeah. I haven't written in a long time. Yeah.
I'm finding myself like coding more, and it's like the same section of brain that I'm using. So then when I get I can't do both.
I had that on my list of things I wanted to do more of this year was get back to writing, and it's totally gotten pushed aside.
Totally got pushed aside. Mini app every month. And
I'm going to do a mini app every month. I decided that's going to be my goal. And then I was like, yesterday, I'm like, it's the 29th. And I had been working on like 4 different ones. And so I have like a stable going on here that I'm just going to keep working through them. I had one that I was more focused on because I had to say, and I'm like, oh, this is the one I want to do. And I ran into some issues because I have to use outside things and connect them. And I was like, okay, this is getting more complicated. I'm going to put this aside for a minute and just build something that I feel like I could complete. And I shifted that like earlier this week and started working on that. So that'll be what drops later today. So it's fun. Come play. Yeah.
Okay. Here's advice, right? So all my mini app ideas are always way too complex. And I don't know if have you built mini apps yet, or all ideas are too complex. And the key is really like, how do you like shave that down into like the smallest little thing you can build that advances going towards your final idea, but something teeny tiny, and then adding on later. Because my word a day, I have a million things I want to do too, but it was like, okay, well, what's the very, very smallest mechanism is like,
what's the MVP? What's the basic so you can get something out there? Mm-hmm. And then iterate on it. And that's what we've seen so many people build like that. And it works really well. If you watch like the way people like think about QR, think about Better, think about Emerge, like, that's totally. Just took a giant leap, but there's all these iterations of it along the way. So,
and also if you deploy something complex, not only like it's harder for you to build, no one has time to learn something complex. Like if I open up a mini app and I can't understand like what to do, it's like really, so you're better off kind of deploying something super simple, getting someone to use something simple, and then adding on complexity together, like along with your users, because then overloading in the beginning.
And then it also brings them back for when they've already done the basic thing. They're bored now. Give me something, a little bit different or whatever. And I'm trying that with the thing I'm building too. But I'm also trying to make sure like it's interesting enough. Like I don't want people, so that it's fun, but like hard, but not too hard. That's been the thing I've been tweaking, is trying to get it to a point. But anyway, that's what we're doing. Anyway.
Yeah, that's why we're smiling.
Yeah. This is my I have two forms of escape at the moment. One, building mini apps. Two, reality television. Highly recommend both. If you're not watching The Traitors, you're missing out.
I don't know what The Traitors are.
On Peacock, phenomenal.
Okay.
You can start, it doesn't matter which season you start with because they're self-contained. You can jump right into the current one. You can go back a season, whatever. Couple things. It's got, it's Survivor-ish vibes, but different. And the best thing about it is Alan Cummings is the host of it.
Oh.
His freaking fashion is worth the whole thing. Like just showing up to see what he's wearing is worth your time. So anyway, these are my recommendations to you for your escapism, should you need some, because we all do. Oh, new season of Beast Games dropped as well. And that's coming out like one every week. So if you want to go Mr. Beast vibes, you can go that way. That's a little more, that's not as fun. Traitors is way better.
I tried watching the first season. And by the way, I can't watch it alone. That has to be like with my son. Like it's like, we'll watch that together. And then you know what? He wasn't that interested in it. We both got bored of it. So we didn't finish it.
It's better. I think this season they consolidated a little bit better. I think it's better. It moves faster. There is a Survivor episode where they actually go to the island. Oh. And Jeff Probst is there. So yeah, for the Survivor fans.
And if you don't know what Survivor is, it's kind of like Cast Out, but it's played out on a real island. And people do challenges and they get voted off the island. But so it's not on Farcaster like Cast Out, but it's like that. It's a IRL version of Cast Out. If you're not familiar
that's the best explanation of Survivor ever. You don't know what Survivor is. It's like Cast Out. Oh God, I love that. Okay, on that note, we can't get better than that. We got to get back to making mini apps. And we will see you all on Monday. Like, what week is this?
I was like, no, Tuesday, Monday.
No, Monday Monday next week. Oh, Tuesday the following week.
Okay, coming into February, our schedule is going to be all messed up.
It's going to be so crazy.
You should add our mini app because our mini app will have our schedule posted to it. We call that the Yes to Crypto feature. It is built entirely for him. I have to manually update it, and it's a labor of love, and I'm doing it for you. And I do need to update.
It's a great feature.
But Prof and I both have some travels coming up this month. And so we're going to be an off schedule for the next few weeks. So.
But next week is fairly normal, except we're only doing 2 shows. We're doing Monday, Wednesday, but Monday will be on at 11:30 a.m. And we have, hold on, let me just make sure before I say this, that he didn't disappear on me. Yeah. Yep. Confirmed. Matthew Fox will be with us on Monday to talk about Clankermon and the updates and what's going on there for our Clancaster Spotlight. So make sure that you join us back here. If you're watching on Twitter, just make sure you're following GM Farcaster over there and you won't miss a thing. But also for Mondays, we're usually also on the Farcaster and Clanker World accounts. You should follow them as well. Absolutely. And so that'll be Monday. Wednesday, I think we've got a couple of folks that we're trying to reschedule from things, like we're trying to get Yasik on and a couple other folks. So we will likely have a guest on Wednesday. I just don't have that confirmed yet. So we'll see you next week. Happy Friday, y'all. And until then, bye-bye. Thanks for joining us for this episode of GM Farcaster. And thank you to all our partners and HyperSub supporters bringing this episode to you. Follow the GM Farcaster channel for all the latest updates and add our mini app on Farcaster and the base app. Until next time, bye-bye.